I was very frustrated.
I have a feeling by the end of this story, you will be too.
And
I know I am, because what happened to
you read
Brad
what I
Sant
went through.
shouldn't have
It
happened,
was like,
period.
I really didn't have a choice. So the late notification was the first thing that I saw.
Brad got this late notice from the city of Denver for an unpaid street sweeping ticket. The $50 ticket had morphed to $100 since he hadn't paid, but there were several problems. First being, he never got the initial ticket. Second, Brad lives in Grand Junction.
And I hadn't been to Denver in several years.
Third, the ticket had Brad's license plate, but it wasn't his car.
And I looked up the citation and saw that it had a Hyundai SUV listed.
That plate number is on Brad's 2003 Porsche Boxster, the hot rod he keeps in the garage. He thought a phone call would get it all sorted out.
And I'm like, well, this should be easy. They were like, well, you have to come into court. That was my only option.
If you're a frequent viewer of this segment, you've heard me talk about this.
I tried to say, like, I have proof right here. It's very black and white.
I understand the city's in trouble, but it doesn't seem like it's the right place to cut.
Denver's budget cuts eliminated the parking middleman who could toss tickets for people who had easy proof they weren't in the wrong.
I was pissed off.
And the city told us they're working on a new dispute process.
People are frustrated. I'm frustrated. We all get it.
Back in April, the mayor told me there should be a solution by the end of summer. It's clear the city's a bit tired of us asking about it. A spokeswoman Monday said they would set something up again in the late summer or early fall. And she initially told us the process to dispute a ticket is laid out right on the city's website, where you're told you have to come in person. For Brad, that means a tank of gas to drive to and from Junction, a hotel, all for a chance that a judge might disagree.
The money started adding up in my head, and I was like, well, I have no recourse. I just pay the $100 fine and let it go. If I lived there, I could have went over to that street and I could have been looking for a Hyundai SUV with a very similar license plate number.
Well, Brad,
that's a Jeep.
That's exactly what we did.
So we came all the way out here, a few steps from the television station, and sure enough, we found a Hyundai Tucson with a license plate that is almost exactly the same. Up to the last digit, it's DYLY56 instead of 5.
After seeing what you do, I think that more people like you need to be given the tools that you need to point this kind of stuff out and see if we can make things better for everyone else.
So in a statement late this afternoon, Denver's Department of Transportation and Infrastructure tells us they will now take a closer look at Brad's citation given the info we provided them. This is your reminder that anytime you park in the city of Denver, especially now, document everything. If you pay a meter, take a picture with your phone. If you pay online, save the receipt. At least that way, when you have to go to court, you'll have evidence. And hopefully the city will have a better solution for you soon. I'm Steve Stager. Steve on your side, 9 News.
Steve, let us gush that you found that car.
That's
incredible.
We could not believe it. First of all, we realized that where Brad got that ticket, or allegedly got that ticket, was not too far from the station. So we walked there this afternoon. And as we went up and down, I said to Anna, just look for a Hyundai. And all of a sudden, there it is sitting right there. And I feel bad for that person, right? Like, you know, if they got a street sweeping ticket, hopefully they don't have to pay it, right?
Right?
Maybe not. Just
maybe not at this point.
The first time, but you see what happened to Brad here, right? Because when you get a street sweeping ticket, it's on the side of your car. You wouldn't get the second notice until you get it in the mail, and that's the one Brad got. So.
I am so glad you did this, and Brad, I hope you get this sorted out. The city needs to get back to him soon.
I'm hoping. We'll see.
Thanks, Steve.